I am having like all the feels right now. I mean, my birthday's in about a week, so I've got all of that coming up, and reading through these comments is really intense, and I can relate to them so much. This is my story right here. I spent my 30s in a relationship with a man that I was very much in love with and expected to marry and have a kid with. And when I was 38, he left me for a 20-year-old. And it was so funny because at the time, I was amazingly optimistic. I really believed that, I was going to go out. I got a new job. I somehow managed to turn my life around after all of that. And I was absolutely convinced that my horrific experience in romantic relationships was like statistically likely to take a turn for the better, and that I was going to meet someone and I was going to be able to have a baby right under the wire. But that did not happen, not even by a long shot. And in fact, the experiences that I had with dating were just as bad, and in one case worse, to the point where I have now opted out of dating altogether because I don't feel that it is good for my mental health. And I'm going to be 47 in about a week, and I think, getting close to the end of the perimenopause phase, and there's a lot of intense emotions that I feel about this. In some ways, I'm okay with it. I have taken care of children my whole life, and there's a part of me that's like, great, now it's my turn. But there's another part of me that is immensely sad. I even knew what I was going to name my child. Like, I've thought about her for decades, and it really pains me to know that I will never know her. But I think the hardest part of this is that it comes with so much fucking shame. Not because of us. Like, we don't do this to ourselves. It is all from out there. Our society is so judgmental of women who didn't get married and don't have kids. And I hear it on a daily basis every single time I get on social media. I hear it from my own nieces who ask me sometimes, I don't understand why you're a woman if you didn't have children. They're 7 and 9. Where did they learn that kind of... The shame is everywhere. And I wish I could say it gets easier, but it does not. But I will say that I am getting better at taking care of myself and protecting my journey and loving it and learning to accept it. Ultimately, it is nobody's business. And what's truly shameful is that it's so socially acceptable to shame people who are already grieving and in pain. So do everything you can to tell the shame to F off.
If you listen closely, you can tell she's crying on the inside. She had 30 years to get it right and still did not, and fumbled her life away.
If you see this video, that means we're dating now. Love you, babe.
I don't know if anyone else in their 30s can relate to this, but I feel like life just feels very heavy at the moment. I'm feeling very overwhelmed, confused. I just like don't know how to feel at the moment. I think I'm struggling with the fact that my life is feeling very like stagnant at the moment. I feel like my life, like nothing's changed that much or like progressed in like the last 4 years. And I think it's hard when you're the age that like I am and you're seeing people around you like getting married or getting engaged, or either having children or having more children. Like a lot of my friends now are like having their second child or pregnant with their second child or just got married, and like I'm not there. I want to be there, but I just feel like my life's stuck at the moment and I want it to progress, but I'm obviously not in a position where like that's gonna happen anytime soon. And like I think it probably sounds like I'm being really like like unsupportive, but like I'm still so happy for my friends, and like I can be like, basically, like, you can still be happy for other people that they're like having children and getting married and stuff, but you also can feel like really sad as well, like that's not happening for you. Like, I mean, I don't want to get married. Like, I think it's a scam. I think marriage is a scam. Like, it's not for me. Like, but like, I think, I don't know, like, I think it's the thought of someone wanting to marry you. Like, that's what gets me more. Like, it's the fact that someone would like you that much. I don't know, I'm fucking chatting shit now, but yeah, I just feel really stuck at the moment, and like nothing's progressing. My life just feels quite flat at the moment, and I'm finding that quite hard, because I want my life to like be progressing and it's not. I don't know if anyone else can relate to this. I probably feel better now I've just say how I'm feeling out loud. Sometimes I feel like that's a good therapy, just to kind of talk it out. But yeah.
Don't know if anyone else in their 30s can relate. Literally every single woman in her 30s can. Do not worry, you are not alone. This is the modern women apocalypse.
I never complain on here, but honestly, I've been in tears all day. So I got the flu, got sick from my parents to tell me they were sick about 3 days ago. I had back-to-back sessions on the last 2 days, like 10 sessions, barely alive, breathing in my session. Yesterday, I woke up with hives all over my body and freaking out, contemplating life and not wondering, should I go to the ER or just take Benadryl? Because my whole body was covered, so I think I had a reaction of something. Now, as a spiritual person, I'm like, I'm protected, I'm all this, but no. Are some people just being challenged right now? Because I feel like I am being challenged to a T. How can I run a business being sick? And then I found out that the insurance that I had ran out. So if I go to the ER or go to urgent care, I have to pay out of pocket. Not that the medical was any good anyways, because I had a high deductible. Please someone pinch me, tell me what the frick is going on, because I literally can't. I cannot. So I can't even do any readings. I can't even function. All I'm doing is making sure that I'm not hiving up and not itching and not coughing and blowing my nose. Who else can resonate? Because I'm freaking over it.
This is the harsh truth. Many women only wake up to reality when their health, finances, and support systems collapse. Independence sounds empowering until there's no safety net. Lessons hit hardest when it's already too late.
I got murder on my mind, yellow tape around his body, it's a fucking homicide.
Me, I guess I was a shoulder to cry on, a face on a lover.
Hey ladies, I want to know if I'm alone in this, because I was just thinking about this and I was like, okay, this is absolutely crazy. I am about to be 35 and I have never dated, okay? I've had boyfriends, but I have never went out to a store, a concert, a restaurant, bookstore, any place like that, met someone, we exchanged numbers, we began to communicate and started dating. That has never happened for me. Every boyfriend that I've had, and it's only been a few, has been in close proximity. So they were a friend or a friend of a friend. Like even my child's father. I have been knowing my child's father since I was 10 years old. Okay? So I have never went out, met somebody, and forged any type of relationship with them and began to date them. And it's just like, is there other people out there like that? That's not even normal. And then when I was thinking about it, I was like, okay, I don't want to say, oh, it's a cultural thing because I'm black, because there are black women that date. So I'm like, what was the window? Like, for me, like, why didn't I do that? And then I was thinking like, dang, maybe it's because you always had a boyfriend. So that's another thing. When I got to high school, I had the same boyfriend till 11th grade. Then I talked to one guy, talked to him until I went to college. Then when I got to college, that was my one boyfriend, was my boyfriend until my junior year of college. Then I graduate, finally was single, get a boyfriend, stay with him for 2 or 3 years. Like, I don't think that I've ever thrived in single womanhood. Now I've been single for 7 years. So now, yes, of course. But previously, no. So I'm thinking, like, is that the gap? Has this ever happened to anybody? Because now I don't even want to date. I don't have the desire to date. I don't want to go out and meet somebody. Everybody like, oh, go to the cigar lounge, go here, go there. You could meet somebody. I don't want to. Now I just simply don't want to. I'm not getting on dating apps. I'm always like, oh, I just want to meet someone organically. But then it's like, Shonda, you don't even go anywhere. So how is someone going to meet you? You know, how are you going to meet them if you don't go out to meet them organically? It's like I say these things, but then I don't act on them. But then it's like I really don't want to. Have you met men? Have you seen these men? So it's just fucked up because I crave companionship. But I don't want to go out and date. So it's like, what do I do? Is anyone else experiencing this?
That's the situation for most women right now.
For how severely he screwed my life up.
I'm 36. I'm not married and I don't have kids. And I've been greeted with a lot recently with people being like, oh. And I just feel like there's a lot of women who probably need to hear that it's okay to not have that at this point in your life. Like, so many people in my life settle down, have kids, have the family, and that's beautiful and that's amazing. And I know that that's a part of my life soon. I do believe that there's big lessons within being alone. There's nothing wrong with it. I think that if you are at a place in your life where you feel alone or you are single, I'm willing to bet you're being called towards something really, really amazing. So to like, enjoy the time with yourself.
It's mostly because of women like this that modern women have a confused and distorted view of their life timeline. This is not okay, this is not natural, and just to make yourself feel better, you are ruining it for others too.
I am alone and soon I'll be 36. I am looking for a reliable man to build our future together. Say hello.
Feminism has lied to women, and there was an entire generation of women coping with the fact that most will be alone in the next 50 years. Yes. And the issue you get is all of these influencer women will come out saying they're so happy single. Most women are living paycheck to paycheck. They make about $35,000 a year, and a large majority are in debt. Women have so much debt. So what is going to happen to them in their old age? Women make poor decisions and keep expecting men to bail them out. But one day, men are going to stop bailing them out, and we are going to see a huge rise in the number of homeless women. People might think I'm mean, but I am just not in the business of selling dreams. I won't do it. I refuse. Like, if I don't think something is likely, if I know that the chance a woman has is if unmarried by 35, actually, if a woman is single at 30, not in a relationship, she's actually more likely to not get married than to get married. So at 30, if she has a boyfriend, her odds are a little bit better. But if she doesn't have a boyfriend, because on average, it takes men 3 years to marry you. So that's something as women we have to take into account. Yes, on average, it's going to take 3 years to convince a guy to marry you. So I'm just not in the business of selling dreams. At 46, it's probably over. I hope she has savings. And what I would do if I were her is I would figure out a financial plan on how to live the rest of my life alone. I would also look for a husband in the process and see what you can do. But I'm just not in the business of selling dreams. And I think that women are...
The comment section was brutal for this video. The modern feminists can't take the real truth until they actually hit the wall.
Hi, hello. So I'm a virgin at 35. And people always want to know what the backstory is. They want to theorize why. The backstory is quite boring, to be honest with you. I quite literally was not ready to date in my teens and 20s. I had zero interest in coupling up with anyone. Those are such formative years, and I was just really like introspective at that time and just like soaking it all in, you know? I was just trying to figure out like my place in the world, who I wanted to be, where I wanted to go, and dating was just not on my radar. And I also from very early on knew that I didn't want a hometown boy. I didn't want someone who's lived the same life as I have, doing the same stuff, running the same circles. That's very boring to me. I knew that the guy that I would end up with is like out there, you know? thriving. I don't experience attraction very often, which I'm honestly grateful for because it doesn't cloud my judgment. Sometimes people will say, well, you just need to like get out there and like live life. I'm like, bro, my whole life is living life, you know? I'm not just like sitting at my house. I like to do shit and I like to be out and about. I'm very social. So hopefully that clears some things up. I know you're still going to theorize, but that's okay. Bye.
Wait till you hit 50 and all the theories will come to life, which she will never accept.
What kind of world do we live in where a normal, regular girl cannot find just a regular guy out here to date? Because these guys don't want a real woman. They want a fantasy. They want to live in this fake fantasy world. They would rather jack off to some screen, to some robot, rather than actually deal with a real human being and what comes with that. You know why? Because it's easier. And I am done. I'm done.
Yeah, I call bullshit on this. I know it's not a good look for a man to dismiss the suffering of a crying woman. Yes, like any man, when I see a woman crying, it brings up that protective masculine instinct. I do feel that, but as time has gone on in this culture, I have had to teach myself to ignore the emotion and to focus on the content, to listen to the substance, because there are so many women that are emotional, that are crying, they're complaining about how much suffering is in their lives. They're such victims when actually it's their own fault. Take this woman. Now, she's obviously distressed, and I have compassion for any human being who's suffering. It sucks to see her that way. But dating isn't working out for her. And how does she diagnose the problem? Who's at fault here? Who's to blame? Come on. It's 2023. Do you even need to ask? Of course, men are to blame. It's always men's fault. Men want a fantasy. Men can't deal with a real woman. A real woman, it's a fascinating phrase when used in a context like this, and we're going to unpack it, and I think you're going to be really shocked at what we discover. Because it turns out when one of these modern women uses the phrase real women, they have a very specific meaning. So what does it mean to be a real woman? It means you have mental health issues. It means you have huge emotional needs. You have chaos, anxiety, depression. I'm a real woman, and if you want me to be your girlfriend, then that means that all of those problems are now your problems. You have to deal with them. As my boyfriend, it is your job to fix all of this stuff for me. Fascinating, isn't it? Whatever happened to wanting to be a proud, independent woman?
Well said, brother. They just want a regular guy. All he has to be is 6 feet 5 inches, rich, six-pack, handsome.
It dawned on me that I'm 46 years old and I don't have a husband to take care of me.
Young people, take notes. That is the best thing that can happen here. When an elderly person says, I've gone before you and these are the mistakes I've made, don't make it. That is the best gift any elderly person can give you, because it means you can make better choices. The bad choices leaves them desolate, and you see that desolation, and that person is strong and wise enough to say, look, this is my reality, but you don't have to have that same reality. She has to depend on God's second chance, but you can make a better choice so that you don't even have to be at that point. And it's unfortunate because young people don't see these videos where older women at 46 are crying on TikTok, talking about how they made a major mistake, they let go of a good man, and now they're over 40 and they're alone and they wish they had made a better decision. Young men don't get to see men alone in their house who are wishing, oh, I wish I had a lady. They don't see those videos, and it's unfortunate.
Well put, my man.
I wanna be your vacuum cleaner, breathing in your dust.
I need a husband. This is how I'm crying every day of my life. If you can accept to marry me, I will give you 10 million naira, one of my car and my land. I'm a single mother. I have a son. My son is 3 years and now. If you can.
I am getting on here to just share my thoughts about being 30-something and not having a boyfriend, not having kids, and not being married. I have been so sad. I've been so depressed because I thought that I would have a family by now. I thought that I would at least be engaged or in a relationship at the minimum, and I'm not. And I'm getting older, and I'm getting scared. Am I gonna be on here one day coming to terms that I'm just gonna be single? Like, it doesn't even sound right. I feel like I'm in such denial sometimes. Like, no, there's no way that I'm not gonna be a wife. There's no way I'm not gonna be a mom. And I'm like, am I being delusional, or am I just having faith, or am I crazy? Each day I struggle with this so much, and I just don't know what to tell myself. Do I tell myself, don't worry, you'll be fine, like you're gonna find somebody tomorrow or next year and be able to have kids before it's too late? Or do I tell myself, maybe you should figure out how to live life as a single woman and be happy? I don't know. That's all I have for today.
Single women keep other women single, and that's that. And that's it for today on Sigma Traits. Make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that notification bell. Support this channel through membership. You can also support through PayPal, link in the description. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.